So we got something really exciting today. ARK Invest filed the first ever Ethereum ETF. Before you say WTF is that and why does it matter, my name is Marco and welcome back to Boxmining. So why does this matter? Why is this important? Why am I excited for this? Is because it all has to do with institutional money moving into the cryptocurrency space. You see, for a while now, we got Bitcoin and Ethereum both sitting in the $1 billion market cap, right? But there's a problem. It's not trillions of dollars yet, right? We wanted to go into trillions, but the people who hold trillions of dollars, they have a lot of legal responsibility to make sure funds are good. So a lot of fund managers who hold trillions of dollars, they can only invest in ETFs, which is why these ETFs really matter, and which is why filing for ETFs has become such big news. If you followed Ethereum's big brother Bitcoin, Bitcoin has multiple ETFs being filed right now. We got Fidelity, we got BlackRock, we got Grayscale. The list goes on. And they've all filed for ETF applications, and that's all underway. People are thinking, yes, victory is almost assured on Bitcoin side. Let's go to Ethereum. And this is the start of the race for Ethereum too. Now that ARK Invest has done it, well, people are eyeing other big firms like BlackRock. Are you gonna do that? Van Eck, are you gonna do that? If not, guys are gonna miss out, right? So you better hurry. Next up, we have a piece of news that looks really boring from the outset. It has to do with the FASB, the Financial Accounting Standards Board. So this piece of news basically is an accounting rule change for Bitcoin. What this has to do is it has to do with companies holding Bitcoin and how they report losses or gains. Before they were playing ultra conservative. Basically, companies can only report the lowest point of Bitcoin at that year. But now we're moving that to fair value. This is actually super important for companies that want to get into Bitcoin. Because if they can only report the lowest point, basically, let's say, for example, hypothetically, you're this company that invested and bought into Bitcoin at 8,000. Then throughout that year, Bitcoin prices dropped to 4,000 before moving to 16,000 and now like 25,000. Before, technically under the old rules, you'll only be able to record Bitcoin at the value of 4,000, which doesn't really make sense, which means you're at a loss. But actually, you're in a gain. This change is really significant for how Bitcoin looks cosmetically on the balance sheet of these big companies. Let's say, for example, Tesla, like they're holding Bitcoin, right? They're fine because Elon Musk is very vocal and he does whatever he wants. But for other, slightly more spineless CEOs, loss on Bitcoin and an investment into Bitcoin might look really silly to their shareholders, investors, right? So by accounting it into fair value, this actually promotes a lot more companies to be able to invest into Bitcoin. Now, before we continue, let's have a quick word from our sponsor, Bybit. Bybit is a top cryptocurrency exchange, and now they are listing new coins the fastest with the most volume, which is pretty insane if you want to get in on all that crypto action. If you do want to join the Bybit exchange, there is a limited time offer, which is 50 free US dollars if you do the first KYC and you load more than $100 into the exchange. If you're interested, sign up with the link down below and you'll automatically get in this offer. Remember, it's only for the first 100 people to do so what are you waiting for? This next one is pretty brutal, right? If you guys can see this whale has lost $24 million worth of Ethereum to a phisher. This likely happened because the guy clicked on a link that asked for his approval and he thought this was safe, right? And then bam, his money's gone. And this really goes to show this isn't the first time something like this has happened, but this actually happens all the time in crypto. And one of the most common ways this happens is that, let's say, for example, you're just browsing Twitter and you say, oh, look, there's giveaways or something like this. And, it even seems legit because it's from some guy with a blue check mark, right? But a lot of times these links are fake, then bam, your coins are gone. So what I really suggest is if you want to be really safe, make sure you don't click on random links. These little tiny details you really have to pay attention to when it comes to everything like this. Next up on the news, we got Alex Mashinsky. Finally, it seems like his home and assets are frozen in a criminal case against him. So as you guys know, he also ran a fraudulent crypto business. He was prosecuted earlier on in July, but he was just walking around. Unlike with Sam Bankman-Fried, like things didn't go after him as quickly. But now finally the law is catching up and saying, you know what, yeah, his property, his other interests, they're being frozen and he's being restrained. On the note of Sam Bankman-Fried as well, he's still in jail, so he tried to apply for a release, but nah. The prosecutors aren't allowing that, and nope, he's gonna stay in jail for a while. Last we checked up on him, he had 3 hard disks worth of material apparently to prepare for his lost case, and a giant battery for his laptop. That's what the court granted. I highly doubt he has 3 hard disks full of case files. I mean, come on, guys, it's 2023 and files are like tiny in size. The only thing that's that big, you know what I mean. Lastly, I want to just address some concerns about the market right now. So, yes, Bitcoin is having a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But here's a really, I guess, I would say, like a very grounded take on the market. Not financial advice, but this is what I'm going by. I feel like Bitcoin right now, yes, we're really stuck. But I think a lot of people are betting against the market right now, right? First of all, it's a bad month. Second of all, most of the good news isn't going to come until 2024. So, there's not much point to pay attention right now. On top of that, the SEC is still going crazy, possibly going to be stopped next year, but this year, still bad, right? So here's what I think it will do. The market's going to surprise us a little bit. I feel like everyone's leveraging selling Bitcoin at this point. It could be the case that it's going to defy expectations and Bitcoin might just suddenly have a short squeeze a little bit above $27,000, right? That's where a lot of people set their stop losses at if you're short selling. So, the market's going to be a giant douchebagger. So it might just, pop a little bit before that. Then, of course, it's going to follow the downward trajectory for a while. It might go as low as $21,000 and it maybe even lower. Maybe actually might dip below 20,000. Some people say 16,000, but I don't think it'll go all the way there. And then stabilize. And then, of course, towards the end of the year, we'll move up. This is my current prediction, of course, right? But the reason why is because this marks a huge and awesome accumulation period. And because there's so much good stuff happening next year, I think right now, during the most quiet time, most boring time, this is the time when we have to say, we are the heroes. If you're watching to this point, you are a hero, right? You're a legend. Because when you are able to DCA at these prices, holy shit. And I made this video before, all the way in 2019, right? I said this like a million times. I feel like so desensitized by now. But, back then, we're talking about thousands of dollars for Bitcoin and hundreds of dollars for Ethereum. And, if you bought at that time, you made it. So if you're still watching here, you are a legend. And, being able to keep up and being able to sustain, that was what got me here. And I think this is what is the essence of crypto. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm actually coming back to do more videos now, like I said, just like because I see and eye this opportunity and I feel like it's something that I can't miss out on. So make sure you just comment on what you like and dislike and what you want to see in the future. On top of that as well, just follow me on X. I've been posting a lot more on X and I just get you guys much more up to date on things. So follow me on X and I'll see you soon.